Welcome to the Militia gaming community. I'm Trigger, and today we're going to talk about the race Goin Uptown on Need for Speed Unbound. Let's go! Real quick before I get into this video, I just want to shout out Waterblob for this run. It's insane. A 139 on Goin Uptown with this BRZ. It's just crazy, so I really wanted to show you how good this is and also just kind of go through it and show you how it's done so that you can race this race better. But if you want to check out more of his insane driving, you can go to his channel. There's a link in the description down below. All right, let's get into this run. All right, first things first, let's talk about the launch gear. If you're in manual, you're going to be launching in third. If you're in automatic, obviously you can't change the launch gear, so just pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. On these first couple of turns, the reason you launch in third is to make sure you're going as fast as you can, and you'll have enough speed to do this. Micro drift this first left, micro drift this first right, and you'll get 2 bars of burst right there. Now, when you get those 2, you're going to pop it right away. The goal is to get to top speed as fast as you possibly can, and this race is sort of straight, so you're going to be doing a lot of burst NOS farming. So just pay attention to that. You're going to want to try to get 2 bars of burst when you get to this section of the race. It's about 8% of the way through. Obviously, he pops it, and he's off and running. Let's keep going. Notice that he actually pops that burst and continues burning all of his NOS. Now, he did burn his NOS in the beginning. If we go back to this beginning section, watch this. He launches, burns all of his blue NOS, and then when he gets these 2 bars of yellow, so here's bar number 1, look at the blue NOS going up. Bar number 2, blue NOS going up with drift, and then he gets rewarded with a grip. If you notice that, let's go back. All right, so right here, he's earned 1 bar of drift. But because he's micro drifting these corners and he's not full drifting these corners, he's actually going to get rewarded with grip as well. So watch this. He's got 2 bars of yellow for the drift. And then watch at the bottom, grip turn. And it gives him a full 3 bar. So that's important. You get that full 3 bar and it refills your blue NOS because of your auxiliaries. Anyway. Sorry, I'm harping on this NOS thing. It's the whole key to the entire run. So here you go. He's off and running. He's up to 259 kilometers per hour. Little micro drift here, but here's the key. This turn is too sharp for this build to take. You can't take this turn by just micro drifting. Also, he had a truck in the way, so he's trying to avoid this truck. He micro drifts enough to get 1 bar of burst, and then he pops that burst to tighten up his steering angle. Let's keep going. In this section, he actually got himself a 2 bar from that grip turn, but let's go ahead. So now he's just farming yellow. He's just farming. Pops it on this turn. Once again, that turn is way too sharp, so there's no sense in trying to farm up all the way to a 3 bar. On this one, he farms to 2 and pops it to keep going. It's a little bit wiggly there, no problem though. Gets himself 1 bar, 2 bars of burst, and then pops it on this one. Again, same concept. This turn is going to be too sharp. Even though it doesn't look like a sharp turn, it actually is too sharp for this build. When you have a drift build, the sharper the turn, the more the car is going to want to drift. So you have to manage that by using your yellow NOS. Your yellow NOS turns a drift car into a grip car for just an instant, and that's what he's using. Now, this is actually a good place to pause this race because if you zoom in on the mini map, you've got a checkpoint that's before this left-hand curve, and then the next checkpoint is not until down the road. So what you can actually do is go left after you hit this checkpoint and go right through this grass. So this is exactly what he does. Rolls through the grass. He's got a nice 1 burst and pops it right afterwards. And now you're just farming on this long straight. Notice his speed. He's very close to top speed. Actually, now he's at top speed. So again, farming. That's all he's trying to do. Let's stop right there and back it up because this is something important too. Go back a couple seconds. This right turn coming up is one of the sharpest turns in the race, and you really want to have a 3 burst going into it if you can. So he's been farming along this straight. He's trying to get his 3 bursts going into this particular turn, and what ends up happening is he's got a traffic car that's directly in the line that he wants to take going into this corner. Check this out. He wants to stay wide. because if he doesn't stay wide, then he has to take a really tight angle on this corner and go into the dirt. But if he doesn't go into the dirt, he's going to end up crashing. So he ends up just taking what the game gives him and he goes into the dirt. It's a little tiny bit slower, but it keeps him from dying. So let's watch. Goes on the right side of the truck, pops his 3 burst into the dirt. Farming again. He's got almost a bar. He gets the bar from that little bump, pops it again. He's just trying to stay at top speed right here. Stay at top speed, stay at top speed. Now, if you're running this exact build, which is a very drifty build, look at his controller on this part. He's already turning left, okay? And he's got full throttle. But watch what happens. Let's slow this down a little bit. Let's slow it down to 0.25. Here we go. Watch what happens around this corner, what he's doing. He's keeping his turn, but he just barely taps his trigger in order to start the drift mechanic, right? All right, from right here, you're gonna notice that he's gonna spam his trigger because he wants to initiate his drift, but he's not trying to go into a full drift. He's just trying to micro drift. Let's take a look. Yep, 1 tap right there. And now the drift starts. This is a very good technique. It's very touchy. This is something you're gonna have to learn over time. Now notice, he's also pulling to the right now, and it continues the drift. Now it's hard to see in slow motion. This is actually one continuous drift / grip turn. He's getting credit for both. Let's see it in full speed real quick. There's his first micro drift, then switches it up, gets the second micro drift. It's all one grip and drift, and then pops it around this corner. All right, this is actually important for this turn. When does he pop his burst? This is important. The timing is so key. So he's going into the corner. He's looking for the right angle. Pops it. Look at the angle of his car. He's not even around the turn yet, right? Let's go back 1 second. 136. Look at this. Right there. He's not even around the turn yet because he's planning on steering himself around the turn. He's popping it mid-turn and steering the rest of the way. If you pop it and you're going straight, obviously you're going to keep going straight. If you pop it when you're completely turned to the side, you're just going to kill yourself. It's just going to make a U-turn on you. So he's popping it when he's angled. Important. All right. He gets through the turn and immediately gets rewarded with a 3 bar, a full 3 bar grip bonus for that turn. It was just for that one turn. It's because he took it so fast that he was rewarded both grip and drift for that corner, which is important because the following right is actually pretty sharp too. Way inside on this one, pops it again mid corner and keeps maximum speed coming out of it. Let's go ahead and speed it up. At this point, he's basically done with the race, right? He's at top speed, he's going straight, and anything else he gets is a bonus. Now, he gets lucky and the ramp is up. Sometimes it's not up, and you have to get reset. In that case, you're not going to get a good time on the race. You really just have to keep going until you get that ramp up. But what a great run by Waterblob. There's other people in the community that have done similar runs, but I have not seen a sub 40 run on this race until Waterblob's race. So congrats to him, man. And let me know if you guys have any questions about this. I know it's kind of a weird long video where I'm just, you know, giving you live commentary, but I really wanted to do this again because I felt like this run was actually worth it. It's an insane run by him, and I kind of plan to do more of these as we go. All right, once again, shout out to Waterblob, and if you really want this build that he's using for the BRZ in A+, it is a Drifty Boy build, and it's on his video. So I've linked his video in the channel description. Just go there, click on his video, and watch his full run, and then he's got his build in that video. You can definitely use it, and leave him a comment. Tell him that I sent you. All right. Thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys hanging in here on this video. It's kind of a new concept. I've done one of these before, but I want to keep doing these. The professional racing community out there, the absolute aliens are just so good at this game, and I just want to share and highlight how good they are, but also figure out a way to use it as a teaching moment and show you guys exactly what's possible and how to do it on certain races. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Rigger out.